Some animals possess abilities that look more like science fiction than reality. These are the most extraordinary superpowers ever discovered in nature. Like and subscribe for more amazing wildlife documentaries. Immortal Jellyfish. The only known animal capable of reversing its own age isn't a mythical creature. It's a jellyfish no bigger than your fingernail. The immortal jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, possesses a biological ability unlike anything else in the animal kingdom. Instead of dying from old age, it can transform its adult body back into its earliest life stage through a remarkable process called transdifferentiation. Its specialized cells change directly into completely different types of cells, effectively resetting its entire body. Within days, the aging jellyfish shrinks, absorbs its tentacles, settles onto the ocean floor, and becomes a tiny polyp once again. From there, it grows into a brand new adult as though its life has just begun. Scientists first confirmed this extraordinary cycle after laboratory specimens repeatedly refused to die, restarting their lives instead of decomposing. There appears to be no natural biological limit to how many times this reset can occur under favorable conditions. The jellyfish can still be eaten by predators or killed by disease, but aging itself is no longer an unavoidable ending. For a creature only a few millimeters wide, it may possess one of evolution's greatest secrets, proving that in nature, even death can sometimes be rewritten. Mimic octopus. Nothing in the ocean changes identities more convincingly than the mimic octopus. Instead of standing its ground, it survives by becoming someone else. Within seconds, its soft body can transform into the shape, color, and movement of entirely different sea creatures. Scientists have documented it impersonating venomous lionfish, deadly sea snakes, graceful flatfish, jellyfish, and many other marine animals. Each disguise is carefully selected to match the predator it faces rather than chosen at random. Its remarkable performance is powered by thousands of pigment-filled chromatophores working alongside light-reflecting iridophores and light-scattering leucophores hidden beneath the skin. Flexible muscles allow every arm to twist, stretch, or disappear into the sand, completely reshaping its silhouette. The illusion becomes even more convincing because it copies not only appearance, but also the unique swimming style and behavior of the animal it imitates. Few predators are willing to attack what appears to be a highly venomous species, giving the octopus a chance to escape without a fight. In a world where survival usually depends on strength or speed, the mimic octopus proves that the greatest superpower can simply be convincing everyone you're something they should never attack. Axolotl. Losing an arm is a life-changing injury for most animals. For an axolotl, it's little more than a temporary inconvenience. Within hours, the wound seals without forming scar tissue, creating the perfect foundation for rebuilding what was lost. Cells near the injury abandon their original roles and return to a flexible state, forming a structure known as a blastema. From that living blueprint, new bones, muscles, blood vessels, nerves, and skin grow back in exactly the right arrangement. The replacement limb isn't a rough copy. It functions just like the original, restoring full movement as though nothing ever happened. Its astonishing repair system extends far beyond its limbs, allowing it to regenerate parts of its heart, spinal cord, jaw, and even sections of its brain. Scientists have repeated limb amputations in laboratory studies, and the axolotl continued rebuilding the same body part again and again with remarkable precision. Hidden beneath its gentle appearance is one of evolution's greatest engineering feats, offering a glimpse of what healing could someday become for humans. Electric eel. Few predators carry their own power station wherever they swim. The electric eel turns its entire body into a living weapon, capable of unleashing a shock powerful enough to stop prey in an instant. Specialized cells called electrocytes are stacked like thousands of tiny batteries, combining their energy into a single high-voltage discharge. Large individuals can release bursts of up to 860 volts, making the electric eel one of the most powerful bioelectric animals on Earth. That electricity isn't reserved for hunting alone. Weaker pulses constantly scan the murky water, allowing the eel to detect nearby objects even when visibility drops to almost nothing. When danger appears or prey attempts to flee, the voltage surges, overwhelming muscles and forcing victims to lose control of their own bodies. Researchers have even observed electric eels leaping from the water to deliver stronger shocks directly against potential threats. What appears to be an ordinary fish is actually a precision-built biological generator, proving that nature found a way to weaponize electricity millions of years before humans ever did. Peregrine falcon. Gravity becomes a weapon in the talons of the peregrine falcon. Rather than chasing its prey through the sky, it climbs high above the clouds before folding its wings into a streamlined shape. The bird then enters a breathtaking dive known as a stoop, accelerating beyond 240 miles per hour to become the fastest animal on Earth. At those incredible speeds, ordinary breathing would be impossible, so specialized bony structures inside its nostrils regulate the rushing airflow. A transparent third eyelid shields its vision, allowing the falcon to stay locked onto a target despite the crushing wind. The attack lasts only a fraction of a second. Instead of grabbing its victim mid-dive, the falcon strikes with a tightly closed foot, delivering an impact powerful enough to kill or disable birds in flight. It then circles back through the air to recover its catch after the collision. Every part of its body is engineered for one purpose, turning a simple dive into one of the most devastating hunting strategies ever perfected by evolution. Pistol shrimp. The loudest weapon in the ocean doesn't belong to a whale or a shark. It belongs to a shrimp barely larger than your thumb. Instead of relying on teeth or venom, the pistol shrimp fires an invisible blast by snapping its oversized claws shut at astonishing speed. The movement creates a collapsing cavitation bubble that unleashes a powerful shockwave capable of stunning or killing nearby prey before physical contact is ever made. For an instant, the collapsing bubble also produces a tiny flash of light and temperatures estimated to approach the surface of the sun. The explosive snap can exceed 210 decibels, making it one of the loudest sounds produced by any marine animal. Entire colonies crackling together generate so much underwater noise that they can interfere with sonar systems used by submarines. If the shrimp loses its powerful claw, it doesn't lose its greatest weapon for long. A replacement grows back, and the smaller claw transforms into the next sonic cannon. Sometimes the most devastating force in nature comes from a creature small enough to disappear in the palm of your hand. Tardigrade. Almost every living thing has a breaking point. The tardigrade simply refuses to recognize one. This microscopic animal can endure conditions that would instantly destroy nearly every other form of life, from the vacuum of space to intense radiation and crushing pressure deep beneath the ocean. When its environment becomes uninhabitable, it enters an extraordinary survival mode called cryptobiosis. Nearly all of the water inside its body disappears, its metabolism slows to almost zero, and it curls into a tiny dehydrated capsule known as a ton. In this suspended state, time becomes almost meaningless. Researchers have successfully revived tardigrades after decades without food or water, and some return to normal life as if nothing had happened. Experiments have even shown them surviving direct exposure to outer space before recovering back on Earth. Barely visible under a microscope, the tardigrade has evolved one of the most extraordinary survival systems nature has ever produced, proving that resilience can be far more powerful than size. Bat. For a bat, darkness is never an obstacle. It is the environment where its greatest advantage comes alive. Instead of depending on vision, the bat continuously emits high-frequency calls that bounce off everything around it. The returning echoes reveal the distance, size, shape, texture, and even the movement of nearby objects in a fraction of a second. This biological sonar is so precise that some bats can detect insects no wider than a human hair while weaving effortlessly through dense forests or narrow caves. Their specialized ears and highly developed auditory brain process hundreds of echoes every second, transforming sound into a detailed three-dimensional map of the world. Many species even adjust the frequency and rhythm of their calls as they close in, sharpening their accuracy just before the final strike. Flying through complete darkness becomes no more difficult than walking through daylight. Long before humans invented radar, bats had already mastered a navigation system so sophisticated that it continues to inspire modern technology today.